Cubs, World Series, Game 7. It was a thriller in Manila. We're here live with Rock and Bear on What Do You Think for NFL Week 9. Starting us off with the first game of the week is going to be two teams off a bye. Pitt going to see Baltimore. Rock, what do you think?
Well, like I said, every time we've seen this show, Baltimore started out 3-0 against teams with one win. They've lost 4 in a row. Flacco got picked twice last week.
Yep.
They lost to the Jets. They only got 11 yards rushing and 11 first downs. I'm loving Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, I think Pitt needed the bye week more than Baltimore did, and I think they might have figured some things out. I like Pitt here as well. Another team I like is Dallas and the Dak boys going to see Cleveland. Dallas looking like the favorite, Rock. What do you think?
Dallas pulled out a thriller, a real thriller. And now they're going to a team that's 0-8. And I just have to say this. Jason Garrett couldn't light a fire under a butane grill. Cowboys could be let down. Yep. Scandridge and Church are hurt. I'm sorry, that's Claiborne. And Cleveland passed for 340 yards last week. This could be the big U.
It could be one, but I'm still taking Dallas. I'm going to cheer for my guys, the home team, Dallas Cowboys. Speaking about a game that's going to be good at home for the favorite, Kansas City, Jacksonville going to the big house. Kansas City, Rock, what do you think?
Well, Kansas City had a great relief performance from Foles. He was 16 for 22 with 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kansas City, tough to beat at home. Jacksonville's got a couple wins, but they haven't beat anybody. Kansas City, double digits.
I think Kansas City has a lot more riding on this game to stay relevant. I'm going to take Kansas City at home.
Yeah, lock.
Rocks, locks.
All righty.
It's the next segment. Talking about segments, we have the Jets going to see Miami. This could be a game that's decidable by a couple different variables. I don't know, Rock, what do you think?
Interdivision, they both won their last 2. Miami's beat Buffalo and Pittsburgh. The Jets have beat Cleveland and Baltimore. Miami at home, got to take them.
Cool. I think that's a smart play. I think Tannehill at home is the deciding factor. I talked about variables. I think the ground game is going to be there for Miami with Ajayi going in for his third 200-yard game consecutive, which would be a big-time record for them. So I think the ground game is going to be established. I think the pass game will be the deciding factor. Miami Dolphins.
Who is this guy with a chance to make 200 yards 3 games in a row?
Yeah, that's Hall of Fame kind of stats there, and a name that I didn't know but until this year.
All right.
The Detroit actual game, going to see Minnesota, who's been on a flop lately. Rock, what do you think?
Minnesota's 3-0 at home. 3-0 at home.
They are.
And Detroit's got some pretty good receivers, and I think Minnesota's in the funk. I'm going to go with Stafford.
Sure, I think Stafford, coming from Texas back in the day, with 3 big threats, Tate, Jones, and Bolden. I think that core is better than Stephon Diggs with Minnesota with the way Bradford's been playing. So I'm going to take Detroit, taking a game away on the road from Minnesota.
We both like them.
Yeah, we do. The Lions are going to growl. And I think the Eagles are going to soar against the Giants. Well, Rock, what do you think?
Well, boy, oh boy. I think that Philadelphia is won the last 4 against the Giants. Different teams, different strokes, different folks, right? But Philadelphia has got to be emotionally let down from the loss to the Cowboys. Giants are off a bye.
Sure.
You've got Cruz, Beckham, and Shepard, I think, the other guy.
Correct.
Great receivers,
Good
Giants. Giants.
A good receiving core, but they haven't had the total package offensively, the Giants, to be able to make those numbers happen. I think Darren Sproles is going to have a big breakout game. He's the most versatile back in the NFL right now. I'm taking him to show up big at the Giants and then take a game away from the Giants. Will be Philly soaring against them.
Okay.
Speaking about teams that will soar, Carolina's defense should be soaring against Gurley. He hasn't been the same guy he's been last year. Rock, what do you think?
Well, this is like, okay, Carolina won a game that they had to win. I mean, they had to win that game.
Yep.
So now that division, Atlanta's looking really good. So Carolina has to win, and they will.
I think they definitely will, without a doubt. I think we're going to find a comeback for Superman. Maybe his kryptonite's kind of too far off the game here. for him to be stopped. Speaking about a team that won't see kryptonite, I think New Orleans is going to have a big day against San Francisco's questionable defense. But Rock, what do you think?
Well, let me just say this. Tampa Bay gained 540 yards on the road against San Francisco. Baby, you can drive my car. New Orleans, even not having a running game, will annihilate San Francisco. Big cover, lock number 2 of the week.
Rock's locks number 2 of the week. Another team I think will be a lock is Green Bay at home. They're hosting Indianapolis Colts. Frank Gore expected to have the worst days for a back in the season of his season this year. Rock, what do you think?
Andrew Luck hasn't been very lucky, has he?
He hasn't been a luck.
I mean, plus they've been hurt. No defensive backfield. Green Bay coming off a really heartbreaking loss versus Atlanta by a point.
Yeah.
They're home. Aaron Rodgers, 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, big win. Lock.
Lock number 3. We're both Green Bay there. I just don't think Luck has the luck to make his whole team take the victory away. And I think Green Bay coming home is pretty much a lock as well.
Yes.
Tennessee, this will be a battle for them against San Diego, but I like Tennessee, Rock. But who do you think?
Oh, my. Well, San Diego was in it for a while, and they lost a heartbreaker to Denver, although Denver beat them.
Denver's good.
Although San Diego won the first game. DeMarco Murray, number 2 in rushing behind our Zeke from Dallas.
Certainly his comeback here.
And Mariota, is there an upset here? Yes, I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I like Tennessee as well. I think Mariota and Murray will be the upsetting factor.
Okay.
I think San Diego, it could be a play or two here and there to decide the win, but I think the plays will go in Tennessee's favor on the road against San Diego, so we'll take the upset there.
Okay.
Sunday night, the battle of 6 and 2. Denver, Oakland. Rock, what do you think?
Oh my, the Raiders and Derek Carr. Surprisingly, the Raiders haven't really blown anybody out. Neither has Denver. I actually look for this one to be a defensive thriller. And who knows what happened to Wade Phillips after he was carted off the field. I hope he's back. If I've got to pick, I've got to go with the home team. Hang it up. I have to go with Oakland.
The home team, I disagree. I think Denver's defense will be there. I think Oakland's defense will not be there. The leaders, without Wade Phillips, they still know the plays. They still have the presence. They still have the ability to beat Oakland. Oakland's defense has been one of the worst in the NFL. I think Simeon's going to have a field day. Demaryius Thomas is going to have a big game. Or Emmanuel Sanders, who hasn't been having the biggest games, may have a breakout, which will then put him ahead a lot.
And you know what? DeMarcus Ware is back. He played last week, so that makes Denver a different team. You might have a really good pick there, but I'm still staying with Oakland.
Oakland, sure. Well, we're splitting that game Monday nights. Buff headed to the great Pacific Northwest to see Seattle. At home, they've looked good. Rock, what do you think?
I think Seattle is licking their chops. Buffalo has been surprising people at home with a good defense. Russell Wilson, is he still healthy?
He's beat up.
Well, he might be healthy.
He's a step back. He's not in his usual form. That's why I'm going to have to take Buffalo here.
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
Oh, I like Seattle large.
Oh, we're split
I
again.
like Seattle shutting them 0-0 for
I disagree.
Buffalo.
I think Buffalo might win by a touchdown if everything goes in their favor.
Oh, my. Well, let's unlock the locks. Thank you, folks.
Thanks for watching on NFL Week 9. What do you think? Signing out here is Rock and Bear.
Go Cubs. Repeat.